We have some breaking news from the NFL where the Arizona Cardinals have fired head coach Kliff Kingsbury. That is confirmed by our NFL insider, Jonathan Jones. Kingsbury is gone after the Cards went 4-13 this season and 28-37-1 over 4 seasons in Arizona. Now, this move comes 9 months after Kingsbury signed an extension through 2027. You see his resume there again, 28-37-1 in 4 seasons as the Cardinals head coach, 4-13 this season. His only prior head coaching experience was with Texas Tech from 2013 to 2018. There he went 35-40. And we got Rick Spielman here hanging out with us in studio, CBS Sports HQ, to talk about this breaking news. Rick, you've been in the front office. You kind of know how this stuff goes down. Were you expecting this once you're seeing the Cardinals in the latter half of the season? Were you expecting Kingsbury to be out?
Yeah, I think when you started to analyze last year where they started out real hot, they faded down the stretch. They didn't play very well in the playoffs. It got bounced out the first round. But that's when I was kind of surprised that they did an extension with him. And then you come in this year, it seems like all the defenses caught up to his offensive scheme. Him and the quarterback weren't on the same page. Sounds like there was some rift between those two. So what you start doing in the front office and when you're starting to have these conversations with ownership, it really starts about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Once they start these conversations, they kind of evaluate where the season's going. Seems like he lost the locker room a little bit, and hence he was fired.
And whenever you're talking about some extensions, you said you were surprised when they gave him that contract extension. How unprecedented is that, to give an extension and then go back and fire somebody?
I don't know if anything's unprecedented anymore in the NFL. It's teams, trading picks in the first round for veteran players. So the NFL has changed, the landscape has changed, and I think how much money these ownership groups are making right now, that if they don't think their franchise is going in the right direction or that head coach is not the right leader for that football team, then they're just going to move on.
So who do you think is the right leader for Arizona? Who is going to get them in the right direction?
I think you're going to have to look at what their philosophy is, where their team is, because when I've been through the process of hiring a head coach, a lot of times you have to look at what your team needs. Now, there's coaches that we passed up that had success elsewhere, but we didn't feel at the time that it was the right situation or the right head coach for where our team was. So if you're going to look at the Arizona Cardinals situation right now, they've got a young quarterback that's locked in, although he's coming off an ACL. They need a ton of help on the personnel side. They need to improve on the defensive side. What are they going to do from an offensive philosophy? But I would imagine if I was sitting in that and I just gave Kyler Murray the contract they gave him, I want to make sure that I have, whoever I hire as a head coach, that I have a game plan, because this quarterback is the quarterback of our future.
And when it comes to Kliff, what do you think the next move for him? What does he do next?
Oh, he's probably going to take some time off. With just getting a contract extension done. Who knows? Maybe he'll sit next to me and Pete here on this set. I don't know. And I went through this last year when I was let go after the season. You just want to catch your breath. And it's such a grind to get through the season, such a grind during the off season, that he's going to be able to take his time, maybe look at some different options. I don't know if he would jump back in the collegiate level or does he stay on the pro side, but I imagine he'll take some time off.
All right, Rick Spielman joining us here on CBS Sports HQ, and we're following some breaking news out of the NFL. If you're just joining us here, Kliff Kingsbury is out. He has been fired as the Arizona Cardinals head coaching position. Getting a look at the head coaches that have been fired so far this season, we now have 5. We had Matt Rule from the Panthers, Frank Reich for the Colts, and Nathaniel Hackett. Those all happening during the season. Lovie Smith, and now Kliff Kingsbury is the latest in this coaching carousel in the NFL.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.